Here's the reason why you hide behind your procrastination and you never actually take any steps towards your weight loss. This is Rich, weight management and sustainability for female healthcare professionals, because you need to lose the weight and then you need to keep it off. So the first really big one, and no surprising, I'm going to start here because it seems to be this time of the year. Right now we're in January 2021. But you wait until a certain time of the year in order to start with your progress. Now, the most typical time of the year for most people to start with their weight loss progress is January, right? You have New Year's resolutions. You have that time of the year where you can start afresh. You've got your new goals. You're focused. You're motivated. And it's no surprising that it is one of the most popular times of the year to start. Now, the problem with January is that it is also known as like one of the most depressing times of the year, especially notwithstanding a worldwide pandemic. So sometimes what happens is you're still in the Christmas mood. You still haven't quite managed to get your head around the fact that it's a new year and that you need to start. So one of the biggest problems is that you delay. And by the time you've realized it's now February, right? And then February goes, then you've got Easter, then you get through Easter, and then the weather starts to get really nice and warm. Then it's the summer holidays. And by then you're like, well, it's already, the time of the year to get fit is already gone. So what I'll do is I'll just wait until it's back to school time. Back to school time comes, and then it's really busy. You've got to look after the kids. You've got to get back into the swing of things. October, November, December rolls around, and you get into this infinite cycle of never actually making it, giving you steps towards your goals, right? So this is one of the number one things, is just blaming it on the time of the year. Really, there's no time of the year when you can't start. Arguably, December is probably the toughest time to start with a fat loss or weight loss journey, granted, with all the distractions. And you've got things like, for the Americans, you've got Thanksgiving, then you've got the Christmas period, you've got holidays, parties, everything, right? So arguably, that is the most difficult time of the year. However, January probably is one of the best times of the year. So if you haven't started, get to work now. Number two, you will blame some sort of time event, or you'll do some sort of thing where all the stars align, and then you will begin, right? So I will do it when X. Okay, some of the most typical ones. I will do it when all the bad food in my house has been eaten and completely gone, right? I will do it when I get rid of this injury, or I no longer feel tired, or I no longer feel demotivated. You're just waiting for external things to mean that you start your own journey, when in reality, these things could take weeks, sometimes months, hell, some things even years, right? Like, worryingly, like a lot of these things can just come up on you at any point in time, and you don't have something there to kind of worry you or warn you that it's going to happen, right? Things like injuries is a big one. You might even get an injury just walking down the road. You're walking in heels, and all of a sudden you hit a drain and you fall over and you've hurt your ankle. So these sort of things you just can't prepare for. Other big ones, worryingly down the line, is just saying, well, I'll worry about it when I need to worry about it, when I'm 60, 70 or 80. When the problem is, by the time you get there, you could be so incapacitated by whatever happens. You could be so tight, not feeling healthy, feeling run down, and 30, 40 years of abuse, that you could potentially run into loads of health problems, right? So we need to protect from that. We need to look at longevity. We need to look at the bigger picture. And weight loss is just one of those areas. Again, longevity is another big area. Overall health, looking at your physiology, your psychology, your actual well-being. Worrying about these 20 years down the line is a really bad idea. You should be focusing on it now, especially if you're coming into your 40s. That is the time. Like, if you're 30 and younger, you could probably get away with it, but after that time, you're really like playing a risky game, right? And the third reason how we hide behind our lack of action is something that I've fallen into, right? So a couple of years ago, when I was starting my own business and I was working from home, one of the biggest things that I did was I got into this routine of just getting into really comfortable clothes, not worrying about my health side of things, and just really like tunnel vision, focusing on like marketing, all the kind of stuff that you do with a business, right? What I failed to take into consideration was, because I wasn't really paying attention to my health and what I was eating, and exercise kind of went out the window. I would just literally wake up, do my morning routine, and just put on the most comfortable thing I could find, because I wanted to have the least amount of effort in order to get working right. So I just wanted to get on, I wanted to crack on. I didn't want to have to like go through loads of rigmarole. So I'd literally just throw on the most comfortable clothes I could find. Sometimes I would just do it in pajamas, right? Like the whole work from home lifestyle. But what I realized was the more comfortable your clothing is, the more likely it is that you're going to forget that actually your waistline is increasing. Because as I was doing more work, my waistline started to increase. And because you can literally hide in really comfortable, baggy, loose clothing, you don't realize until it's too late that you might have gained 10, 15, 20 kilos. And that is literally what happened to me. I went from about 80 kilos to like 95. And while that might not seem like a lot, especially for a guy, it was noticeable. I have a kind of frame that's quite lean, quite athletic, not muscular. I'm not like a huge guy. So when I gain weight, it looks terrible, right? So I didn't notice this until literally I jumped on the scales. It was 93 kilos. And I looked at myself and I thought, Jesus, like, where did this weight come from? I tried on some jeans that I had, and they, crazily enough, they no longer fit me. That I had to get a new size. I had to go up to 36s. And like, and it was all because I was trying to just be as comfortable as possible, that I didn't realize until it was too late that I looked about 8 months pregnant, right? So just to recap, number one, waiting for a time of the year. Number two, waiting until X happens. And number three, being comfortable and wearing baggy clothes, right? If you want more help with this, if you want help and accountability with your weight loss, if you want a sustainable approach that doesn't require loads of you, hit the link below. It'll take you through to a training, and where you can sign up for my 6-week course that involves 2 coaching sessions with videos, podcasts, trainings, cheat sheets, everything. So if you're interested, click the link below, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.